Good morning, everyone. It is my privilege to warmly welcome our esteemed resource person for today's session on learners' characteristics, individual differences, factors affecting teaching, methods of teaching, online versus offline learning, like SWAYAM, MOOCs, and teaching support system. We are truly honored to have with us Dr. Divya Panjwani, Assistant Professor, Department of Education at Integral University. Dr. Panjwani possesses an exceptionally rich and multidisciplinary academic background, holding degrees of B.Ed, M.Ed, M.Com, MBA, MS Sociology, MA in Economics, and a PhD in Educational Psychology. Her academic excellence is beautifully completed by 6 years of professional experience as a team leader and manager, along with 14 years of dedicated teaching experience at both higher secondary and higher education levels. Her contribution to academia is remarkable. She has published various research papers in national and international journals, authored 18 chapters in edited books, and edited 15 books. She has actively participated in more than 15 national and international conferences and has served as convener for over 15 faculty development programs and workshops. Dr. Panjwani is also working as a subject matter expert for life skill education, work education, and adult education under Tata Consultancy Services. She has been appointed as an academic consultant at SCERT and has served as a member of the Flying Squad for the ICSE board examination for 4 consecutive years from 2019 to 2022. Adding to her scholarly achievements, she has developed the academic buoyancy scale and holds one Indian patent. Her areas of expertise including information, communication technology, positive psychology, statistical analysis, research methodology, teaching methodologies, career counseling, commerce, and accountancy. With such an extensive academic vision and practical experience, we are confident that today's session will enrich our understanding and provide deep insights into contemporary teaching, learning process, including digital platforms like SWAYAM and more. So, I, Dr. Zia Froze, welcome Dr. Divya Panjwani.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, thanks for sharing the screen. So, first of all, I'm very much thankful to Department of Humanities for giving me the opportunity and arranging such a nice, valuable course, which is really carrying a value to these students because we used to say that anyone doing the master degree, it is useless if the person is not clearing the net. And many times it happens that people, students, they are very much able to clear the things related to the subject paper, core paper, but they are not able to clear the paper one because there are many things which are mixed. Like suppose someone is very good in current affairs, but that person is not good in logic, reasoning, and all. And when we talk about the examination of UGC NET, NTA, then the first thing comes in mind that though the though postgraduate students are not actually the teachers, but they are supposed to become the teachers after qualifying the NET. So they should be very well acquainted with the teaching aptitude. And teaching aptitude is not that one can get easily, but because when we attempt the question of teaching aptitude in the examination, be it the examination of CTET or UPTET or any of the competitive examination related with teaching. So the options which we used to get in that, usually students find that all the 4 options are correct, but we have to find the correct one from that. So here comes the knowledge which we are getting. So teaching aptitudes plays important role over there. So first of all, to going to the web, I'm coming to the syllabus. syllabus part. Just a minute. UGC, because all students should be aware like from where we are getting things. So this is the website of UGC, and you can see the syllabus of all the subjects are there, and it is also saying that this is the updated syllabi of UGC net, which is being applicable from June 2019 onwards. So let's go to the journal paper, and you can download the paper. It's in the syllabus. It's in Hindi and English both. So this is the syllabus of paper one, and we are having teaching aptitude. The things which I need to cover include the learner characteristics, the concept of teaching, factors affecting teaching related to like teacher, learner, and then methods of teaching. Plus, there are offline and online methods. So it is not only particularly related to these three only. There are many methods. Plus, we are having teaching support system and then evaluation system. So in this today's 1 hour and tomorrow's 1 hour, I'll try to cover maximum I can in the syllabus, and apart from that, I'll see if we can go for some PYQs related with that. So let's start, and also I'm having some practice questions. So we'll discuss those things also if time permits. So directly let's come to the slide. We'll be starting with learner, the teaching later on. So let's so our I hope it's visible now. Just a second. Yes, it's being visible. Students can I would love to have a little bit of interactive class. Uh, so if I'll ask any question, you can comment in the this comment box, and then we can discuss. So first point is understanding the learner. And what are the characteristics of and what is teaching activity. So let's start. So before starting this thing, my first question is, what do we mean by learning? Learning is a term which we often in our regular life we often come across to this word learning. So what do you mean by learning? Please type it in the chat box. You can reply it in the layman language. What do you mean by learning? So basically it is a change in behavior. Change in behavior. So if there is a change in behavior of any person, we can say that learning has happened. Now it can be through any mode, or many factors can be responsible for that. So we should know what learning is and where the role of teachers comes. So let's start examining the key traits of learners and necessary teaching competency for effective education. This is what we call aptitude as. So let's come to the characteristics of learners. So we need to understand the diverse characteristics of learners, because learner is at the center. When learner is not there, there won't be any teaching learning transaction won't be able to take place. So learner is always at the center, and it is the main entity, we can say. So the characteristics of learners, like personal characteristics, social characteristics, how the person is having the ability to learn or to listen, and it's what are the thinking styles. It is very essential. We should know that whatever the educational approaches we are putting on them on the students to get the effective results, we should know about the characteristics. So these attributes basically impact how individuals are able to engage themselves, uh, how we are able to engage them with the content, how we are planning the strategies so that they can interact in the class with the instructor or with the environment, and how we can achieve the learning objectives. Because uh, in our system, in our education system, it is very important that we should have the formal system of education have objectives. Like in your value added course also, you are having objectives that after completing the course, students will be able to understand the paperwork in detail. So here it is very important that we have to achieve the learning objectives, and accordingly we have to plan the strategies. So at this point of time, characteristics plays an important role. So let's come to the first personal and social attributes of the learners. Age and maturity level. Learners' age and maturity level can significantly influence their learning process. Now, my question is age and maturity level. So according to, if first let's take the variable age. As and when their age increases of any person, the learning capacity of that person will decrease. And as and when maturity usually at one point of level it's quite fixed. If we take any one domain, it can be fixed. And if we are talking about any one domain, though when we talk about the whole life, it is not fixed. We can be like physical maturity can be fixed at one level. So when we talk about the maturity, so as and when the maturity increases, learning capacity can also increase. So they both the variables are not, we can say they are not going in the same direction as far as learning is concerned. So these factors can significantly influence the learning process. It impacts their ability to engage with the material, how they are engaging with the material, and how they are interacting with the peer, and how they are interacting with the instructor. So younger learners might require more guidance, though older learners they don't require much guidance. They prefer self-directed learning approaches. But the capacity or the levels we are having, like memory level, is more in younger students or those who are at the younger age. Second, motivation and attitude. So motivation, we all know, at all age, a person needs some or the other motivation, maybe intrinsic or extrinsic. So if there is no motivation to do anything, then learning can become very stagnant. It will be stagnant. So for proper learners engagement and persistency, it is very important that one should be motivated. And whatever the learning theories are there by the different psychologists, over there some or the other motivation is there. When we talk about operant conditioning or classical conditioning, uh, as far as the theories is concerned, so motivation plays a very important role in understanding the things, or in getting the uh, content or material to be acquired very well to the learners. Highly motivated learners, they tend to achieve better outcomes, while those who are having, suppose they have negative attitudes, we can say that education experience can hinder a lot. So you see that if there is constantly noise is there in anyone, someone staying, and constantly noise is coming at anyone's place, then uh, they won't be able to uh, learn or understand or grasp things very easily. So they can have a constantly negative attitude about that place where they are learning, because of that environment. Some environmental factors is there. So attitudes are shaped. They can be converted. One should work on converting this attitude from negative to positive. Then expectations and vocational aspirations. Expectation and vocational aspirations shape learners' goals and the relevance they perceive in their education. These days, we are very much aware that these children from class 8th or 9th only, they are very much aware like what they have to do in future, which course they have to go, what are their which vocation they have to choose, and how they have to work in future. So vocational maturity also here plays an important role, whether they are aware of all the facts, like which course will help them to achieve the specific area skills, and which course can help them to earn a good amount of money. So with this aspirations and expectations, one is very much clear, like they are having a very clear objectives, career objectives, where for what they have to approach and how they have to uh, give time to their studies, and of course there creates a sense of purpose and direction in their uh, studies, which is very important. Some special talents are there among the learners. They can enhance their learning experiences. They should excel if they are having any special talent in the specific area. These things help. These things help, and these talents can nurture, and these can lead to more personalized learning pathways. Like these days in schools also, you see apart from there are co-curricular activities. In those co-curricular activities, uh, activities like dance, music, or some other learning some other language, these things are there. So student of class 10th or student of class 12th, after completing their schooling, they are there, they are having some or the other uh, skills with them. So if they nurture these talents which they are having, if they are able to identify the talents and they are working hard on those, they can have some personalized learning pathways for their future, and they can enhance, because learning is not only related with just following the passion for a short duration of time. It can one should work on developing it, and hard work is also required in clearing the taking the passion to the level of career. This is a very important part, ability to work under various conditions. So yesterday only I just saw one report. It was showing that Gen Z is such a generation. The US report research has been found that Gen Z is such a generation which has lower IQ compared to the previous generation. And the data they have mentioned that since last 200 years or something like that, every generation, every next generation is coming having some the average IQ is more than the previous one. But Gen Z is that generation which is having less IQ than the previous generation. So whether they are able to work under various conditions or not, whenever there are interviews of of high positions, uh, those candidates are put in the real life situation of solving the issue, whether they are able to solve that problem in that critical situation or not. So the it is very important that one should have the adaptability. So under different environmental conditions, the adaptability of the learner and their performance plays an important role, how they are coping up with the things. Like I'll give one example. uh, this time CBSE board class 10th examination mathematics paper. So there were three sets, and all three sets were not having same difficulty level. So set 3 was that paper in which it has been found that questions of having level of JEE entrance exam were also there. So what this thing is teaching the students in that 3 hours, whether they are able to adapt, or how, because in life anytime situations can come, uncertainties can come. So one should have the ability to work under different conditions. Uh, Maybe uncertain. Maybe those things are not at all. Uh, Maybe those things are boring. Maybe those things are difficult. So whether a person is able to adapt themselves or and give performance at that time using presence of mind, it is about. So some learners thrive in structured environments, while others may excel in more flexible settings, impacting their overall educational experience. So educational experience, it is not only related with academics only. That's why we are having application based question where situations are being given and it happens in almost all the exams these days. In competitive exams, direct questions are not being asked, and this is what happens when teaching aptitude or anything related to learner characteristics is being asked. So they ask such questions uh, which answering those questions, it reflects that yes, the student is having the overall educational experience. Now let's have some let's throw some light on the adult and youth learners. I will not take it in detail, much detail. It will go short. So youth learners are those, in contrast, are generally more focused on course completion and guided by the adults in their educational journey. They are usually more receptive to new information. Like those students of in the master's level, you people are much excited about the course and about the education journey. But those who are PhD enrolled and those who have not cleared the net, so they won't be. Of course, there is very much needed. Well, it is very much required that they should complete their net, but still, little bit lacking is there in those students as far as learning is concerned. And if they are more aged, then again it would become difficult for them to clear the things. And that's why it is being said that those who are in masters level, it would be good if they'll clear such exams at this level only. So these youth learners are usually more receptive to the new information. They often accept it without same level of skepticism as compared to the adults. And yeah, like they used to receive the information, they used to keep on as new information used to come, they don't used to judge it. They used to uh, modify, like they used to in their mind only, they used to adjust that information rather than sticking to the old one and questioning the old one. They used to adjust the new information accordingly as and when it's coming. So they are very much flexible in that. They these learners depend on the teachers and parents for the direction and support in their academic journey, and it reflects a need for guidance and mentorship. So mentorship is very much required. In fact, it is required at all the levels. And adult learners, they are typically they exhibit a result oriented approach to the education. They focused on applying like what they learn to real world situation. They tend to be self directed, and they used to take charge of their learning processes and make decisions about how they have to pursue. So they new information, they take time to digest the information until it aligns with their previous experience, and they accept full responsibility for whatever they are learning and their outputs. So questions related with these can come in your examination. So let's come to the learning styles, because one question related with this comes every time used to come. It's an essential for educators to tailor their teaching methods effectively. So different learners have unique preferences for receiving and processing information, which can significantly influence their engagement and success in educational settings. Now, it also depends which Teacher can decide that which learning style is uh, suitable, or the student is following which learning style, and accordingly teacher can uh, modify the teaching methods. But student should be aware, like awareness among the student is also important, like what learning style the student is accepting. So we are having one Felder and Silverman's learning style, which is talking about the individual learning preferences and helps to tailor the approaches for improving the engagement and retention. So let's understand one by one. First is deductive. It involves reasoning from general principles to specific instances. It helps to aid learners in understanding the theoretical framework before applying them to individual cases. Now let me give an example. Suppose a fire is there. You see fumes are coming from some area. Fine. So what you will judge? You will think that yes, fumes are coming, so there must be some fire. So you are having some reason behind that, and then you come from that you come to the conclusion that there must be fire over there, because you are having the experience that, and you are aware of some principles that if somewhere fumes are there, then there must be fire. So it is a deductive approach, deductive learning approach. So it involves reasoning, and based on, with the help of reasoning and with the help of general principles, we come to the uh, some specific instances, and this way learner are able to understand the theoretical framework before applying. They need to understand, they should have the background of theoretical framework before applying them to the individual cases. So this is a deductive method of learning. Second is actively the engagement style. If the learner style is quite active, so engages learners through physical participation and discussion, fostering a deeper understanding via hands-on activities and collaborative learning. So this part is in fact important in every class. Like in my in university, usually I am having fourth almost in all the days, fourth class is there, which is engaged to me for the semester four. So I know that before my class already they have attended three classes, and all the classes were of theoretical nature. So in my class, whenever I go, I used to try to involve students in some of the physical activities. Like I tell them, okay, just stand up and clap for a clap along with me. So it shows that yes, they are all in the present moment, and then this way, immediately we can grab the attention of all the students at that particular moment. And during that, now they'll be very easily they'll be interested in the teaching learning transaction, because with their physical participation, now all the students are physically and mentally at that particular moment in that class. It's not like that someone is thinking about that and other things, because we have done some physical activities at that. Similarly, if the lecture is there, so discussions is also important. Usually we are having through this way, we are having one-way communication through this. But it is equally important that discussions should go, so that others participants or students get chance to express their feelings. Once they express their feelings, they can have a deeper understanding of any activities. Similarly, hands-on activities are being planned, and collaborative learning methods are being planned, so that students remain more and more engaged in the classroom. Now, these hands-on activities, you just open the book of NCRT, any of the class you can open, and any of the subject you can open. You can find lots of activities are there. So those activities are specifically designed to keep the students engaged. Fine. And Similarly, collaborative learning is there. Like one cannot do anything in isolation. Collaboration is required at every level. So, for collaborative learning is also being done, and through this, many attributes students used to learn if they go through various methods like project methods or uh, cooperative cooperative learning is also there. Collaboration where they can work together. They learn patience and other attributes also they used to learn when they involve in these type of activities. Next is reflectively. So, almost in all the courses these days in good universities, in the final year, students are being asked about their reflection, or in any of the sessions, or suppose in your value added course also, at the end, you people can be asked about the reflection. Or reflection means what is being reflected to you after going through the course. Or now take it, uh, on daily basis also, one can write reflective journals. So this shows that the whole day, we are whatever we are learning, when we are reflecting it in on the piece of paper, and we are processing the information internally. So at that time, some personal insights are also coming, and are we are learning. Whatever we have learned, we are summarizing that learning in a very conscious way, and with full awareness. So this is also known as processing method. It prioritizes self-examination and contemplation. It allows learners to process information internally, and it develops personal insight. So if at any point of time your reflection is not being asked, but at always you can always have your own reflective journal. So after working on reflective journal for some 2 or 3 months, you will definitely find changes in yourself. You can start your reflective journal today onwards, and if you are focused on the UGC, like next exam must be in the June, May or June. So still you are having 3 months of time, March, April, and May. In 3 months of time, you prepare a reflective journal on daily basis. How many topics you have covered? Just writing in that piece of paper about what you have understood or what you have learned, or how many PYQs or such things you have worked on. It will automatically help in creating more and more self-awareness, which you are doing it consciously. So processing is going on in your mind related with this. Next is learning sequentially. It follows a structured step-by-step approach, allowing learners to build knowledge progressively and methodically. Now you see these points, whatever we are having now, whatever you are having points in your this paper one syllabus. So there are 10 points, and all the 10 points are different points. And your value added course, you see it is being structured, and step by step it is being uh, divided in such a way that learners they build knowledge progressively and with a proper method. So sequence is very important as far as learning is concerned. Global emphasizes an overall understanding before focusing on details, enabling learners to grasp concept in a holistic manner. That is conceptual understanding. Now, understanding anything, like suppose I'm giving you 10 names of 10 products: uh, fan, tube light, book, pen, paper, eraser, ruler, and refrigerator, washing machine, and last is television. So I have given 10 names. Now, can anyone Tell me what two categories were involved in these 10 names. In these 10 words, two categories were involved. The first category, by looking the names of the things which I have told you, first category is your related with stationery items, and second category was related with your electronic items. So that is the conceptual understanding which we have, that yes, stationery item will under stationery item. These are the things which belong to the category of. So that is a understanding things in a holistic manner. Reasoning technique. Deductive we have done, now it's inductive. It moves from specific observation to a broader generalization, enhancing a critical thinking and the ability to draw conclusion from evidence. So let's take the same example. कहीं कहीं से बहुत धुआं उठ रहा है, तो आपने दूर से जजमेंट लगाया कि ये धुआं उठ रहा है, तो वहां आग लगी हो. दैट इज डिडक्टिव. यू आर डिड्यूसिंग इट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ. बट आप वहां जब आपने जरूरी है अगर कहीं धुआं हो रहा है तो आग लगेगी ही. इज इट कंपल्सरी? कहीं धुआं है तो वहां पे आग होगी ही. So this is compelling us to have some more reasons. रीजनिंग की बात कर रहा है, लॉजिक थिंकिंग की बात कर रहा है, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग की बात कर रहा है. So it moves from specific observation to broader generalization, enhancing critical thinking and the ability to draw conclusion from evidence. अब आप वहां जाकर जब देख रहे हैं, then you are realizing whatever is there. After that you conclude. It is the reasoning technique. So these were the learning styles which we did. Uh, Now listening styles in education. First is active listening. It requires the listener to fully concentrate, understand, and respond to what is being said, ensuring effective communication and engagement in the learning process. अब यहाँ पर वर्ड्स जो दिए हुए हैं, इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन. फर्स्ट है, फुल लर्नर रिक्वायर्स द लिसनर टू फुली कॉन्सेंट्रेट. कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना है आपको, आपको अंडरस्टैंड करना है, समझना है, तो समझना है. देन रिस्पॉन्ड टू व्हाट इज बीइंग सेड. रिस्पॉन्ड इज when we talk about ensuring effective communication. So communication completes when there is a feedback. है ना, लर्नर होता है, सेंडर ऑफ द इंफॉर्मेशन होता है, रिसीवर ऑफ द इंफॉर्मेशन. रिसीवर से ना कि यस I have understood, then communication completes. And then it is also talking about engagement in the learning process. When all these things are there, it is called active listening, which we these days very rarely we used to find. And online classes में तो बहुत कम ही होता है. In fact, offline में भी if the students find the class is not interested, they are not at all. If they find the subject is not at all interested, accordingly, if they are not finding teacher, they feel the teacher is not good, so they avoid active listening. It is very basic. One should, at least in the class, one should be very much listen things actively. The next is empathetic listening. So empathetic listening is a technique that fosters mutual understanding and trust between the speaker and the listener, allowing for deeper connections and support in educational settings. Suppose I'll say कि हाँ मेरे पैर में आज चोट लगी, तो जिसको चोट लगी होगी वो समझ सकेगा, और that person can empathize me. He can listen, or he or she can listen in an empathetic manner. Once they, if they have a little bit of awareness of the situation. So everybody can't be empathetic all the time. So, but one can try. ये चीज तो है कि if you have not experienced that thing, you can't give 100% heart to that thing कि हाँ ये ऐसा हुआ होगा, ये होगा. but still one can try. There should be mutual understanding and trust between the speaker and the listener, so that they can have a deeper connection and support. Evaluative listening. It involves making judgments about what is being said, allowing the listener to critically assess the information presented in the form of opinions based on the evidence. Here we can say that judgment is there, and they are having some information previously, and students or the listener, they critically assess the information which is being provided or presented. Like suppose it might happen that feedback might be taken from you people after the class. So it can be if it is being told to you from the very beginning that you have to give critical feedback properly, so you can have evaluative listening from the very beginning. Appreciative listening is when the listener seeks out information that resonates with their interests and needs, leading to more engaging and fulfilling learning experience. But many times it happens that when the boss is speaking, or when the subordinate is some superior is talking or discussing things, so they used to nod their heads. Yes, they are. It seems that as if they are listening in an appreciative manner. But one should, if one should is doing this way, appreciating listening is done. But they should do it in a fair manner. It should not be done like it is being done, like they are acting in front of their boss or something like that. So there are reflective thinkers, creative thinkers, practical thinkers, and conceptual thinkers. They reflective thinkers, they engage in deep analysis using critical thinking to evaluate and interpret the experiences. These styles promote a deeper understanding in concepts. It reflects on what has been occurred and how it relates to the language process. Like whatever they have understood or how they are processing it in the how they are processing it. As I said earlier, if you start your reflective journal from today onwards only, you can see the difference in 2 or 3 months. Creative thinkers are there. They embrace innovation. They often generate new ideas and solutions. They focus on the value of creativity in learning and problem solving. Then we are having practical thinkers. They prioritize rational decision making, applying logical reasoning, and they arrive at some conclusion. They often focus on the real world applications of knowledge, making them effective problem solvers in practical situations. And then there is a conceptual thinkers. They adapt at identifying the patterns and connections among various concepts. This style allows them to synthesize knowledge from different areas, fostering a holistic understanding of the subject. So now let's start with the concept of teaching, defining teaching and overview. So teaching is an essential profession focused on imparting knowledge and skills to the learners. It is talking about various activities which aims at facilitating the learning through effective methods and approaches. So each and every word which we are talking, like facilitating the learners, then effective methods, approaches, fostering an environment where students can grow intellectually and personally. So each and everything has their own further branches to study. So let's come to the nature and characteristics of teaching. If any question is there, you can ask. Let me see. Okay, I'm not finding any So you can ask any question if you have in between. Let's come to the presentation. So let's come to the nature and characteristics of teaching. So first is it facilitates learning. So teaching plays a crucial role in facilitate learning by providing structured guidance tailored to the needs of the students, enabling them to acquire new skills and knowledge effectively. So their guidance is in a structured way. It is tailored as per the needs of the students, and it enables them to acquire new skills and knowledge effectively. Interaction between the teacher and the student. So the interaction between the teacher and the student is essential for creating an effective learning environment. As I said that learner is at the center and the teacher is teacher is the facilitator for the same. So both interaction of both of them is very important for creating an effective learning environment. So this is a dynamic relationship which fosters communication, collaboration, feedback is there, enhancing so that the experience can be enhanced and one can work in a better way. It provides a desirable information, like effective teaching provides desirable information which aligns with the curriculum goals and interests of the students. It ensures that learning is relevant and applicable in the real life situation also. And this real life situation type of questions are only being asked in these exams. Values development, teaching values the growth and development of the students, not only academically but also socially and emotionally. It also fosters well-rounded individuals who are prepared for real-world challenges. It is both art and science because art is science is anything which is based on the rules and principles, and art is the way of doing things. So teaching is considered as both art and science. It combines the creative methods with evidence-based practices so that one can cater diverse learning styles and needs, and it ensures effective education for all. It can be formal, informal, and non-formal. It can be and it is dynamic, social, and debate. So teaching is not merely about delivering the content. It is an in- intricate process which involves guiding the learners to experience that fosters critical thinking and creativity. Effective teaching balances measurable outcomes and with nurturing of intellectual and economic growth. So it is very important to know that teaching is a process and it is a product also. So we'll discuss this point in detail after this. I'll come to the next slide. So we are having 10 minutes. I'll cover the next slide also right now. So if you have if you got any issues or problems or questions, you can ask. This unit, when you start learning or when you start preparing the notes of this unit, you'll find it very easy. You will be able to understand it. But when the questions are very tricky in that. In all the four options, you'll see कि हाँ ये भी सही है, ये भी सही है, but at the end you'll know कि नहीं, ये this was the correct. And it comes through the insight or the experience one person is having related to teaching. So let's start with another one. Effective teaching, objectives, methods, and aids. So I'll try to cover it in time, and then the rest of the topics we'll do it today. If, tomorrow, if time permits, then I'll go for the reviews. So let's start. Effective teaching, the objectives, methods, and what are the teaching aims. So first, let's come to the introduction of effective teaching. So it encompasses a range of strategies and approaches that not only engages student but also motivate them. So it's not only about the engagement of the students. One should students should be motivated also to take the ownership of their learning. So it is very pivotal in shaping the positive educational experience where both teachers and students can thrive and reach their goals. So these 6 to 7 lines are not that very. Uh, it carries much importance in today's scenario. What are the objectives of teaching? Bringing desired changes in the pupils. So teaching facilitates the transformation of pupil by instilling knowledge, skills, and attitudes that led to the positive behavioral changes. It facilitates the transformation of the pupil by instilling the knowledge, uh, skills, and attitudes in the which led to the positively behavioral changes. Then, understanding realities. Education empowers individual to grasp the complexity of life. Now, whatever points this whole sentence can come as one of the options. So it is very important to understand these things. It empowers individual to grasp the complexities of life, fostering deeper understanding of social, cultural, and personal realities. Shaping the behavior and conduct. Teaching also having the objective to guide the students to develop appropriate behaviors and social norms, promoting positive interactions and relationships. Then building knowledge. Teaching aims to construct foundational knowledge, equipping students with essential information and skills necessary for future academic life pursuits. Improving learning skills. It enhancing learning skills is the core objective of teaching. It enables students so that they can develop their study habits effectively, and they can also uh, do critical thinking for do the critical thinking abilities, building thinking power. It also cultivates critical thinking, encouraging students to analyze, evaluate, and create, which enhances their cognitive abilities. Acquiring new experiences. Teaching plays an important role in providing students with new experiences and ideas. It helps them to innovate and perform constructive tasks. Social efficiency. It includes teaching also aims to produce socially responsible individuals who can contribute positively to their communities and become efficient members of the society. So these are the desired changes which is being expected from the uh, which the teacher makes an effort. So teaching is a transformative process that aims to bring about significant change in the students. Changes include cognitive, emotional, and social development also, and ultimately it helps to prepare the students so that they can easily able to navigate and contribute positively to the world around them. These are the desired changes one can expect from the. Yes. So understanding realities and shaping the behavior. These few points are quite important. points, and from these only questions being asked. Education empowers learners to make informed decisions and interact effectively within their communities. Then comes building knowledge and learning skills. These are some common points. We have already discussed enhancing thinking power and social efficiency. Now, basic requirements of teaching. Let's come to the basic requirements of teaching. It is very essential that teacher should have subject mastery. If the teacher is not at all clear with the content, then he or she won't be able to deliver it properly. Then comes accountability. If the teacher is accountable enough, automatically it helps to enhance the integrity of that profession. Dedication to the work, adaptability as per the needs, empathy. Teacher should have empathy towards their students, and it helps to build the trust. Engagement, which helps to enhance the learning properly in an effective manner. Organization improves efficiency. Inspiration encourages growth. Forgiveness fosters resilience, and joyful enhances joyfulness. The joyfulness is there in teaching. It helps to enhance the engagement. So these are the basic requirements one should have as a teacher. Now let's come to the point: qualities of a good teacher. Mastery of the subject we have already discussed. Accountability in teaching. It means that teacher hold themselves responsible for the students' learning outcomes, and whatever they wish to put values in them, for that also they feel that they are accountable for that. Dedication in the teacher's commitment in providing the best education possible, even often requiring extra time. These you can see that teachers at school level, they work hard, so hard for their students. Even the teachers who are teaching in nursery classes, to the teachers who are teaching in board classes, they are so much dedicated, and beyond their standard classroom hours, they used to give their efforts for their students. Caring and compassionate, teachers take time to understand each student's unique personalities and problems and interests, and they fosters a nurturing learning environment for them. Adaptability, it allows teachers to modify their teaching strategies to meet the diverse student needs. As per, they can change it, the strategies according to the content, as per the uh, needs of the students, so that it can they can ensure that students have the chance, they can understand the things in a much better way. We have discussed this thing: engaging and evolving. Students' attention, they should know how they can capture it through creative and interactive methods. Inspirational teachers motivate students to believe in themselves and their abilities, which encourage them to pursue their dreams. Forgiving and fearless. Teachers create a positive atmosphere by letting go of the mistakes, encourage resilience and growth in students. Joyful teachers maintain enthusiasm and excitement in the classroom. They make the students' learning more enjoyable and engaging for all the students. So these were the points which we have discussed. So this was all about effective teaching and objectives, methods and aids. Methods we have to discuss in detail in our next class. By the time, uh, if you have any issue, please ask.
Thank you so much, ma'am. On behalf of the entire department, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Divya Panjwani from Integral University for such an enlightening and insightful session. Ma'am, your deep understanding of learners' characteristics, individual differences, modern teaching methodologies, and evolving dynamics of the online and offline education platform like SWAYAM, MOOCs have truly broadened our perspective. The way you connected theoretically foundations with practical applications made the session highly engaging and intellectually enriching. Your vast academic experience, research excellence, and practical exposure were clearly reflected in your discussion. The insight you shared on teaching, support system, and the role of ICT in education will certainly help us enhance our teaching practices and academic approach. We are sincerely thankful to you and for taking out your valuable time and sharing your expertise with us. It has been an honor and a privilege to learn from you. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring guidance and valuable contribution. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. And tomorrow we'll complete the points which are left, and I'll try to spare some time for the PYQs also.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.